Yo, 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 this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, make sure you hit the honorablecmoss.com. And when you hit the honorablecmoss.com, you grab your Honorable CMOS gel. I need for everybody to understand that this Honorable CMOS Gold Gel is the best of the best. I have 64 ounces right here. 64 ounces is everywhere else $100. This right here, coming from King Earner, the best of the Yakima brand, the one that I had picked myself. Guess what? All the nutrients are here. You know why? Everyone else is stripping it. That's why they don't have gold. That's why it's so white. Their CMOS isn't supposed to be white. It's supposed to be gold. You know why? Because Dr. Sabi said he would see it in the water and it would look as if it was gold. So, I mean, there are a lot of different species, but I'm just honored by the gold. Now, don't forget about this gold here. That Honorable CMOS cream. Y'all see the rest of the big. Y'all see how I'm carrying it. You hear me? It's full length, hairline coming back. I mean, we working on it, man. We working on it. Now, and I want to explain something to y'all, man, real quick, and we're going to break this down with honor. Dame Dash is coming forth. I think whatever he's doing as far as the groove is messing up what he should be saying. He needs a PR or a lawyer to step up and say, shh, you're talking too much about nonsense that have no proof to it. Now, we all seen a video with him saying that Jay-Z, quote unquote, had somebody that was living with him, that was working with him, that was a rat. Now, I don't know the proof of this because I'm not really interested in Jay-Z's staff. You know, whoever's interested in Jay-Z's staff, I mean the business of their staff. We all would advise anybody to never ever deal with a rat. We understand this from the Honor Your Life campaign and Stop Recycling Crime. But we must understand this, that we cannot go saying things without proof. Anything you ever heard King Earner say, it's either documented or it's a list of agents or somebody that's pointing this guy out and saying he's a rat, because we got to understand, not everybody makes paperwork. Some of these rats are a little slicker than you think. They get pulled over right outside the trap house and be like, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. So you got to be mindful. You have to understand, and you must know what goes on in the streets in order to have knowledge of what you can kind of see that's clear. Dame Dash gets on Instagram and he takes a picture or does a video with Calvin Klein saying, yeah, I thought I was around some good Brooklyn bulls, like, going at Jay-Z, pointing at Calvin Klein and somebody else. Now, I want to say this. With all due respect, how much money did Calvin Klein put in this boy's pocket? How much money he put in his pocket? I want to know this personally. How much money did he put in his pocket? Because if he put any money in his pocket, then we can kind of see the measurement a little bit. But I can't see the measurement on no way, shape, or form. The reason why I can't see the measurement is because Calvin Klein just was with Jack Thriller on thisis50.com. And you know what he said? You know what he said, people? He admitted. He said that, first of all, a lot of people questioned his case. The reason why they questioned his case is only because of what? He only received 3 years. Now, he said, why wouldn't he get lesser time than the guys that was, head of the case? Why wouldn't he? If you've been convicted before, you're going to get more time, my guy. I don't care who is head of the case. You've been convicted, 3 years for heroin and all this stuff. These guys are talking months, man. Somebody got a 5K1. There's no way, shape, or form this little bit of time was given out. Now, and I want to say this to everybody, and I want you guys to really dig how I'm going to come, because it's going to go right there, but you got to grab it. Now, on a Jack Thriller video, go to my page, go to thisis50.com, and, let's get them the honest first. Go there if you want to see it there, or if you want to see it on King Earner's Instagram. Go to my Instagram right now, and a man comes out and he kind of says some things that make you like kind of see and dig. This boy is no good, man. This boy has no honor. Listen what he says. The first thing he says is that, he didn't snitch, he didn't rat, he cooperated. He said some other guys told on him. All right, the other guys told on him, whatever the case may be. Now, these other guys told on this brother, as he claimed. He's not a brother, he's a rat to me. But these other guys told on him, and he actually said at this time, once he decided to cooperate, it's checkers, not chess. It's chess, not checkers. But I look at it as he's playing checkers, not chess, with the game he's trying to monopolize our minds with, thinking that he's not a rat. Now, that's a sign. At that time, it's checkers, not chess. Why? We get an understanding that chess is a game that's a thinking man game. If you know that, you're pleading out to something that's wrong on your end, and you know it, and you ain't telling on nobody, what the hell you playing chess? What kind of chess are you playing? That rat Alpo played chess. Let's not forget that. He played chess. So, all right, let's finish. Listen to him talk. As he go on down the line, he begins to say that the federal government told him that they wanted Jay-Z and 50 Cent. But he think they had him mixed up, that 50 Cent, with the other 50 Cent because they said that or whatever. What? I'm losing it here. Whatever the case may be. Now, he actually said he sat down with the government. The government said that they want him to get Jay-Z. And he said he told them, man, are you crazy? Can't nobody get Jay-Z. You got to at least be worth $250 million or $250 million to get next to this bull. That blew my mind. The reason why that blew my mind is because at the end of the day, how the hell y'all get into this conversation? Now, I've been down FDC, I've been to feds all over the world, but I've never heard of no one that was solid. I mean, solid, actually say that they had a conversation like a long drawn thing. I mean, it's like your lawyer, I don't understand this. What are y'all doing? Eating coffee? What is going on here? Because I can't get it. I'm trying to get it. And what I'm getting actually though, I'm getting something that's very dishonorable. I'm getting a guy that's acting like he playing chess, acting like he's trying to get information, but he's really ready to bang somebody. If you just say anybody else outside of somebody that it can hurt his reputation seriously bad, he's ready to bang him. He didn't care how he was going to do it. And at the end of the day, a conversation about hold up a second. I got to get somebody. I'm confused here. I'm confused. Calvin Klein? You're not a Klein. You get declined, man. Ain't no way, man, you sat down with those people and you talking about how much money Jay-Z was worth. So you mean to tell me you talked about the man money? You talked about him in a conversation, and then on the beginning of this video, after you claim you didn't tell them nothing about Jay-Z, you say, yeah, me and Jay-Z used to hustle together. We from the old school. What in the world? Now, even Jay-Z may have put it in his raps, but he didn't specifically say, yeah, me and this person sold drugs together, me and that person sold drugs together, and me and this person sold drugs together. You're a manager from Akon, and this is the stupidity in you? If I don't get me away in this industry where, someone figures me out with an honorable earn, I don't know what to tell everybody, because this is absurd, these things that I'm hearing here. These are absurd things that I'm hearing. There's another rat that done it, and we'll talk about him, because I think we need to bring a lot of the old rats that everybody forgot about, bring them back to the forefront, since Mr. Damn Dash feels though he has to do it, and at the same token, he's scared to mention that rat Alpo. But I found out in this world, I may be the only one that's not scared to mention Alpo the rat in a negative way. No one is going to speak about with the things he done, like as these things was okay. And Calvin Klein, the way I'm looking at it, is just like, you were a OG, you should have kept it OG, got the time, still been in there, canned down. And when you came home, man, you know what I'm saying? Your honor being taken, you'd be able to, throw a movie or something. But now nobody's coming to this cheese factory of things that you're saying. And I mean no disrespect to anybody. You know how you got some older dudes, man, that's older than me. If you sitting with this rat, man, and you see an earner, and you like, man, he being disrespectful. He know, because I respect all elders, but I don't respect rat elders. I just don't do it, man. You know, if I was the one to do that, I would think that my honor would be questionable to what I give to these children. We can't tell the youngest one thing and we doing totally different. Now, everybody is going to fall. Everybody is going to bump their head and have to get back up and do it over again. But it's up to you to make sure that you do what? Carry it with honor. It's up to you to make sure that when you move around, you're hydrated. When you move around, if you're calling yourself a guy that got a brain, that you got this in your system, because at the end of the day, most of y'all talking like y'all don't have a damn brain. And most of y'all listen to this man just said he damn near, in other words, insinuated things to the government agreeing that Jay-Z was what? Because they wouldn't have got the conversation, wouldn't have got that far about going to meet him or get with him. They had to have some clause down here. Like, now listen, we can do this way, we can do it that way. For him to get into the conversation, how we got into the conversation, because real men don't have these conversations with these people. And there's a lot of other people that we heard, even people that a lot of people been mentioning lately about them just thinking that it's okay to tell on the government. It's not okay to tell on the government. It's okay to mind your business and get out the streets and never involve yourself in that nonsense no more then. After you feel like you want to, especially if you start feeling like that, it's really time for you to get out of the streets, man. Why are y'all hanging around trying to be a part of that on that end? They don't do that. It's no turning and betraying one another to get with the police or to get out of any bad situations. But yet y'all continue to indulge and y'all go back and forth. Y'all recycling the crime while King Erna is simply trying to stop it in so many different ways and y'all can't see it. I showed y'all how I came away from the negative mindset and started doing what? Selling the CMOS. I showed y'all I was able. It took years. I struggled. Some nights I really ate. But at the end of the day, I said, I'm not going back that route because they will lock me up. The same gangsters turn into wanksters. It was all good a week ago. Klein, go sit down. You're making yourself look bad, man. I got CMOS at an all-time rate. If you, Dan Dash, any of you guys need some CMOS to get your honor intact, man, make sure you hit the site, man. 92 of that 102 minerals your body is made of gets into your body, and guess what it does? Replenishes those cells, giving you opportunity to fight off of all unwanted toxins and that thing they call disease that we know is mucus. Gets it right out of the way. King Erna, live and direct.